Hi, I'm LJ Sedgwick and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to have a look at 3 ways that you can find post ideas for your blog. Now, one of the problems that a lot of small businesses have, particularly startups, is they're not quite sure what to blog about. So if you have a look at their blogs, there's often a lot of industry news or things to do with their company, so new hirings, new launches and things like that. And that's fair enough, but if you think about it, if somebody's just come to your blog for the first time, they don't know you from Adam and they're probably not that interested. So what you need to do is bear in mind that people who come to your website probably don't know who you are or what you do, and you need to give them some kind of reason to come to your blog in the first place. So think about it that you're basically grabbing their attention. And a really easy way to do that is to decide what kind of blog posts you want to have. So you can offer, say, thought leadership posts where you maybe post about the stuff that's important to your industry or your niche, and this helps to demonstrate your authority on a topic. Or you may decide that you want to post blog posts that will actually help your customer use your product or service in some way. Because there's nothing worse than reading a blog post where it's essentially an extended sales page. Whereas if you can sort of teach somebody how to solve a problem and then just mention your product or service in passing, it'll kind of prove to the whoever's reading it that you actually know what it is that you're talking about. So basically, where would you actually find ideas from? So here are my sort of 3 best places to look. First of all, you could go to Quora and have a look at what questions people are asking that relate to your industry. You can answer the questions on Quora if you want, or you can just use them as a prompt. So say you're selling software as a service and somebody's asking a question about the best way to, I don't know, keep accounts as a freelancer. If your software is around accountancy software or it's an invoicing tool, then you might then create a blog post on how freelancers can manage their invoices when they're first starting out. And that would answer the question that the person had asked. And you know that there's demand for that blog post because of the fact that people are asking the question on Quora. A second place that you can go for ideas is Facebook groups. So again, look at what your product or service is. So you might be a startup and you might be selling gourmet coffee. So you would think, who would buy said product? Find Facebook groups around that. And then see what people are asking. So maybe somebody asks the question that they want to serve a particular type of coffee in their restaurant, but they don't know how to choose which one to go for. So you might then write a blog post giving them some advice on how to do that. If you want to send them the link, that's entirely up to you, but obviously don't try and appear spammy. Try and appear helpful, or as Tim Grohl puts it, relentlessly helpful. That's always good. Your third place to go for blog post ideas is to actually speak to any customers that you already have and just simply ask them what they need help with, if there's anything you can provide that will enhance the service, if there's anything that they've always wanted to know, just survey them and ask them. And the thing is, I've done this before myself and I've sort of said, oh, is there anything that you're interested in knowing? So for example, I blog about folklore on my fiction blog, and I'll say to people, what would you like to know more about? And then someone might go, oh, I really want to know about X. And I then write a blog post about X and I'll let them know when I've put it up. And oftentimes they actually then share it on Facebook because they're like, oh, she answered my question, and then they'll share it online because it makes them feel like they've got a stake in your blog, that you're actually listening to them, and that you want to create things that they've actually asked for. And it tends to make people feel a little bit more appreciated if you ask them a question like, what would you like? And they tell you and you do it. That's often quite a good way of doing it. I'm going to give you a sneaky 4th one. And this one is basically a little bit like Quora, but if you actually have a look on Pinterest and see what people are pinning. So again, you might have, we'll go back to your first example, you might have your accountancy software and you might have decided that you want to target freelancers. So find some freelancers on Pinterest, just use the search bar. And then have a look at what they're pinning. And obviously if they're pinning a blog post about how to create like a simple accountancy system, you can then do the same. Obviously write with your spin on it in your voice. And just because somebody's written a blog post on a topic doesn't mean that you can't also write on that topic, because you will have a different spin, you'll have different experience. So it's all absolutely fine to write on something that's already been written about. Just make sure that you do it in your way. So that's essentially 4 ways to go about finding places to come up with blog post ideas. So if you've got any questions, then just post them in the comment box below. Hit subscribe if you want more posts like this. If you enjoyed it, hit the thumbs up. You know the drill, it's YouTube. And hopefully I'll see you soon. Bye bye.